Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, August 7th, 2013. Thank you for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. I'm going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures, and what you're going to see here is that the futures are trading lower by about 5 points this morning to around 16.89 per contract. Futures were lower in the overnight session. You can see here around 5:30 in the morning. They were trading just above the 1685 level, but have come off the lows a little bit. So we'll see if the market does retreat back down to those low levels. It's a little, there seems to be a little bit of weakness in the market over the last few days. However, the volume trends have been extremely light, and that really has been able to keep these markets buoyant for the most part. But one thing I want to go over right now before we get even into any other charts is that last night's action in Japan. Now, I know a lot of traders aren't making a big deal out of this, but this is not healthy. It is not healthy to see a market go up 1, 2, 3% and go down 2, 3. Last night, the Japanese Nikkei 225 index finished down 4% last night. That is not a sign of healthiness. If you ask me, if you watch the Asian Express video that I put out on Sunday, I think this is going back down to a double bottom. But either way, it is just not healthy to see a move like that. This is all based off of the dollar-yen. Last night, the Nikkei 225 ended down exactly 4%. That's a big-time move. If you take a look at the dollar-yen, which I'll put up right now, you'll see that if this chart has been really dramatically falling. But if you take a look at a 10-minute chart, you'll see as this goes down, so does the market, okay? And I mean the S&P 500. So, again, traders really have to follow the Japanese market very, very closely. I think everybody should be looking at a dollar-yen chart. If you're not, you're absolutely out of your mind. But this is what moves markets right now. So this is what we're watching. I think it's pretty alarming, and I think everybody should be a little bit focused on it. Even though we are in the midst of August where volume trends will be historically very light. This year we could see some fireworks if that Japanese market continues to fall. All right, let's get back to a few other things here. There are tons of earnings coming out. Last night we had earnings from Zillow. Zillow is getting hammered. Stock closed at $90.71. Today it's trading at $82.15. I will have some levels for that posted up in the chat room to hopefully capture a gap play. I also have about 4 or 5 other gaps to try to capture as well. So far gap season has been very, very successful. We've done well in the morning gap plays. I hope that a lot of you that are thinking about trading in the morning come over and try out the gap plays in the chat room. They are posted up around 9 a.m. in the morning. Looking at a few other things in this market, you do have a lot of other major companies reporting earnings at the moment. So there's good morning volatility, even if the markets are a little bit on the quiet side. So I think everybody should at least watch for the morning volatility. A couple of stocks that I'm eyeing today at the opening bell is going to be First Solar. Okay, everybody knows this is one of the most popular solar companies out there. Pretty good move lower for First Solar. You can see the stock, if I pull up a daily chart, it closed right around $46.75, $47 area. This morning it's trading down to around $42.69. So I've isolated a couple of levels there for a quick little bounce, but that's a pretty good decline overall. So I think traders want to watch First Solar. That will be in play. Zillow will be in play. Ralph Lauren is another one. Just reported earnings. Stock's getting hammered. You can see yesterday Ralph Lauren closed at around $189.50. Just traded down to around $172. Now bouncing up to $177. I'll try to get some levels out for Ralph Lauren as well. So this is what we're looking at. A lot of action in the morning. Good volatility. And that's what you want to see. Let's take a look at a few other things out here this morning. The European markets, for the most part, are slightly lower. I have to say the German DAX is only down about 0.3%. French CAC 40 is actually up 0.25%. FTSE MIB, which is Milan, that is up 1%, and the Spanish IBEX 35 higher by 0.3%. Now the London FTSE is weaker today by 0.8%. Okay, so the London FTSE is down about 54 points at the moment. Remember, England can print their own money. I would think there was a report out if I'm not mistaken, it was from John Carney, who is now the, I believe he's running the Bank of England, and I think he said that that he will not raise interest rates until unemployment falls below 7%. So again, we'll see how that all plays out. I'm not sure what we want to make from it. But this is the guy that ran the Canadian Central Bank. He's now running the Bank of England. So again, it's all the same remedy for the same disaster. Just print money and let it run up, and we'll see how it plays out. If they're wrong, the repercussions are going to be ugly. Very, very ugly. Later on today, we're going to have another Fed governor speak. Okay, so yesterday you had Charles Evans speak. Today you're going to have, I believe, I forget now, but I believe I did see another Fed governor speaking today around 1 o'clock. So you want to be a little bit aware of that. More chatter that there will be a September taper, an October taper. Who really cares at this point? Nobody really cares. The market's just going to trade until it happens, it seems like. Normally the market would try to discount any taper beforehand, and that could be starting right around this time. But it's hard to say because you have all these Fed governors each and every day coming out. Oh yeah, it's Sandra Pianalto. She'll be speaking at I believe 1:40 this afternoon. Now that's the Cleveland Fed president. So again, watch for some more movement, some more chatter around that time, and we'll see how it all plays out. Let's take a look at the gold market real quick. You'll see gold today just down about $5, and make that $6 now to $12.77. Gold was hit pretty sharply yesterday. Let's take a look at the GLD this morning. GLD you'll see sitting at around 123.60. It closed at 123.97, so just down a little bit from yesterday's close, but spot gold is down about 6 points. Looking at light sweet crude is basically flat this morning. I think it's down about 15 cents to 105.17. We take a look here at the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude, and you'll see that's trading around 37.38. But nonetheless, crude is just a touch on the weaker side, not that big a deal. So we'll see how it all shakes out once the opening bell rings a little bit later. All right, we'll leave it there, short and sweet today. With that said, everybody, check out the gap plays. They'll be posted up at 9 a.m., and I'll see you on the charts. Take care now.